Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Glam Beauty TV. I'm here to share another experience I've had, and this one is precisely getting accommodation in Halifax. I stay in Halifax. So Halifax is in Nova Scotia. So I believe this video can help one or two persons. So that's why I'm sharing it. So I share videos based on my personal experience. I'm not sharing this video on I heard this person said. Is what I experienced. That's why I'm sharing this video. So when I came in, because I was not able to get someone from Nigeria, all the people I kept asking were saying check Facebook Market, Kijiji and all that. The truth of the matter is that I was contacting those people and they were not taking me serious. Nobody was responding. Maybe they felt I was joking with them because I think my region had not changed. It was showing that I was still in Nigeria, and these people were looking for people in Canada, because once they contact you, the next thing is to call you for viewing. So how am I going to view the place when I'm in Nigeria? So that was the mistake I was making. I didn't know that it doesn't work that way, but I was trying my luck. I was able to get one online, and he said he gave me a listing of his accommodations, which were very expensive. So I said no problem, at least I have one on ground that has responded. When I come into Canada, I would see him and view the place. So he was charging weekly. So I think his own is more or less like an Airbnb. And paying for Airbnb is quite a lot of money. It's expensive. So that minute when I got here, I could not get accommodation. The last option I had was getting an Airbnb. So I got Airbnb. Luckily it was a Nigerian family. They were nice people, and I got little information from them. You cannot get everything from people like that you just met, but I was able to establish a relationship with them. So I stayed in their place for like 3 days, so paying over 90 something a day, Canadian dollars. So after that, I decided to go out to scout for accommodation, because I knew that it was not going to be easy. That was my worry, because I felt like, how long will I continue staying here paying this huge amount of money. So I said, okay, let me go to school. I might see one or two persons that has a space to accommodate me. So that was what I did. So luckily for me, I stayed. So I kept asking people in my school. I first of all went to the reception. I asked the staff. They said they don't know, that I should just hang around. I will see students that might have space for people that needs accommodation, or they might squat me. So I said okay. So when I went to the common room where they normally sit down to eat, I sat there quietly. I was watching, observing the environment. People were coming in and going back to class like that. So I was patiently waiting until I got someone that I walked up to, and it was a guy. He was a guy. I told him that this is my issue. I'm new. I'll be resuming next week, and I've been staying in Airbnb, and it's quite expensive for me. I just explained myself, and he said, okay, let him talk to one of his classmates. He had to talk to somebody that knew somebody that knew somebody. So that was how I was so lucky. So he called someone. That person said, okay, he will ask somebody, and that person that he asked knew someone. So that was how the link kept going until I got to the lady. So when I got to the lady said yes, that she has a space, but her rent is expiring in 1 week time, and accommodation will be leased out for the next month. I came in towards ending of April, and accommodation was leasing out for 1st of May. So I was like, I'm good. Instead of me to pay what I'll be paying for one day, I literally paid $100 for 1 week. You see how it was so affordable and cheap for me. So that was how I negotiated with her, and she accepted. I was so happy. So the next day, the next morning, I moved my things down to her place, and that was how I got a little bit settled. It was not easy. The stress, then my phone started giving me issues. The charging port was giving me problems, and when I went to where they said I could fix it, they said they don't fix techno here, and what they use is iPhone, Samsung, and all that. So, but I was managing it for Wi-Fi connection, but I could not make calls, and it was not charging. So they said they need license and they are not permitted to open the phone. They were just saying a lot of things that were not looking possible. So I had to abandon the phone. I was using something else, just my mini phone. That one was that aside, another issue. So within that 1 week, that was this time, and I had to look for accommodation to properly move in and settle in. Like, welcome to Canada. It was not an easy search. Like, man, moving from one house to another, checking through Facebook Market, asking, it was not an easy something, And I was just looking for accommodation within Halifax. I didn't want to go to Dartmouth because I needed to stay close to my school environment. So my aim was there. But at some point, I was not even looking at getting accommodation in Halifax. I was looking at anywhere can serve me now because I was running out of time. Are you getting me? I was running out of time because I had just 1 week to stay at the place I was staying. So every day kept going out. I was going out looking for accommodation. It was not successful. At some point, man, I can't just phantom. Can't just really that experience. Sometimes it's traumatizing. So as God could have it, I got a place. It was a shared apartment for me and my one Nigerian lady I saw on Facebook. I didn't know her. I don't know anybody here. So she said, okay, no problem, we can share. So that was how I got an accommodation. So since I'm not coming in with my family, I said, okay, I can share a room with her. So we got the room for over 1-2, and we shared the accommodation. Sorry, we shared the room. It was a big room. So the space was enough for both of us to like share. So if you are coming in and if you have the money, fine, you can rent a whole space for yourself. But at that point in time, we're not even seeing good rooms. Most of them were so expensive, and you must pay for what they call security, what they call caution fee in Nigeria. You must pay for security. Half of that money is what you are going to pay. So if you get an accommodation of 1,000, you must pay for security of 500. So just keep like 1K for everything. If that's if you are sharing, but if you are not sharing, just keep like 1.5 to pay for the accommodation. So I think everything I paid was around 900 and something Canadian dollars for my first accommodation, which if you convert to Nigerian currency, you know what it is to pay for a month. That's almost 900 and something dollars. So 1,000. So when we got that place, I was like, let me stay first and rest, because the stress of coming in, traveling, settling in was not easy. So that was how we stayed though. Luckily for me, that place was a bit close to my school, so I don't use bus. I normally walk to school. So it was just like, let me say, 20 minutes walk. So it was not far. So I was lucky in that aspect. I didn't even know. So it was coincidental. I didn't even know that the accommodation was close to my school. So that was it. So what I'm trying to share in this video is that when you come in, don't just relax. Unless you know people here. I know some of you had a soft landing. Some of us that did not have a soft landing, we had to do things on our own. You don't know anybody here, no family, no friend, no nothing. you don't contact anybody to help you. There are some people that were here already that they contacted their friends helped them to get an accommodation. They paid the money from Nigeria straight. When they came in, they went straight to the accommodation. They didn't have to spend money in Airbnb or spending money in a hotel. So if you don't have that, my dear, you will pay for Airbnb, your body will straighten unless you have the money. Like, everybody knew how he or she came here, unless you have the money. But even if you have the money, bills are ahead waiting for you. You will pay bills, like your body will hear them. So on my own case, that was what I did. After 1 month, the landlord started telling us that his lease has expired. He wants to hand it over to another person, having issues, blah blah blah, we should leave. See, another problem. Me feeling like I'm relaxed. At least I'm supposed to stay in that place for like 2 or 3 months to settle in before, because of the stress, looking for a job. That was how I started another hunt of getting accommodation. It was not an easy search before I now got this place. And this is like my second month paying for accommodation in this place. So this is just like my little experience. It's not easy. And each house you get, you must pay for security. Unless maybe the person you got is exempting security from it. But me, I've not had the experience. I've not had that liberty of not paying for security. All the people I've been coming across used to ask after it. I just feel maybe my next accommodation. So I'll advise again, if you're getting accommodation, try and get the one that has things like Wi-Fi, electricity, all those stuff. Unless maybe the accommodation has choked you and you don't have option. You just have to take what is available because of time. But if you are searching, try and get the one that has all these things so that you will not have extra bills to pay. And I know there's some accommodation that comes with, after paying for the accommodation, they'll tell you every month you pay for Wi-Fi, you pay for this. The people living in that flat might share it. Maybe at the end of the day, you might be bringing $50 every month. All those extra charges. Me, I don't buy them up. But if that's what you saw when you came in because you didn't have any options, fine and good, stay. But my advice is that get the one that doesn't have all these extra bills attached to it. So this is it with my experience. So if you're coming into Halifax and you're looking for accommodation, try as much as possible to start your search on time. If possible, make contact with people that are already there so that they can help you out in getting accommodation, or they can be sending you links, because there is a group I joined, and that group, they advertise accommodation a lot. Maybe the person can help you, maybe forwarding those links to the WhatsApp numbers. Then you can chat them and tell them this is your issue, you want accommodation and all that. And besides, another thing, be careful, let them not scam you. Just be careful, let somebody not scam you. That's just a little advice. Thank you very much for always staying tuned to watch my video. Please, you guys should encourage me. Try and like my video. Like my video, big one, like my video. Bye. Love you guys. Stay tuned.